Greetings everybody and welcome to my newest week on. This proves to be the most restrictive week on that I've had since the James Duncan diet. Though it should not be as difficult of one anywhere near as the James Duncan was, because while it is restrictive in that breakfast, lunch, dinner is all going to be dictated by what this week on is, it's not going to be like restrictive in not being able to eat much at all. In fact, we've got complete meals in here. And they're also not really substituting anything. It is a week on what Jevons called ration packs. Except I am being very specific on the types of ration packs. We are doing MREs. And this is the MRE Star 12 ready-to-eat complete meals. It are in this box, and the interesting thing about this is a vegetarian ration pack, so it's going to fit my food needs. We're going to check this out and see how this is. All right, here they are. All in here, ready to go. We'll take a look at them. They're all pretty well balanced. I'm going to concoct a plan with exactly how I want to do it for the meals per day, because obviously there's not 2 meals for every day, but also each meal has more than just the main course in it. So I kind of want to make sure that I kind of plan this out, because on my work days, I don't really need a lot for breakfast and lunch, but I will probably do it on weekends. So that would cover about 9, but then I've got 3 more extras, so we'll kind of see how this all plans out. But we are starting this on a Sunday, as I normally do, so I will be doing 2 on the first day for sure. Okay, so after analyzing this, it is 4 sets of 3 meals. Each meal contains definitely a significant amount that definitely on weekdays, I would not want more than just one of these. Given obviously the limited amount I have for breakfast and lunch. So definitely just doing that. There are 7 days. There's only 4 meals, so I will be having multiple of these. So in handling that, any one day, if I choose to have more than one, I do not know if I'm going to do that though. I may just have one each day with extras. We'll just, deal with what we deal with. I'm going to definitely see what I want to do with it. But yeah, we're going to just go through each of the 4 meals. And so as we get towards the latter point of the week on, they'll all be meals that I've had before. And so it'll probably go a little bit quicker at the end of the week. But still, should be quite interesting. All right, it is that time again. Hadn't done this in a couple months, so this is going to be interesting to see, especially considering I don't feel really good about where my number is right now. At least where I assume it's going to be. But let's go. That's not a good sign. All right, new battery in. Let's try this again. All right, 237.2. Well, I'm the heaviest I've been in a little while, so let's see if we can get back on track. The goal is to lose Jevons' weight loss of 2 pounds. I think I can do that. I think that'll be pretty simple, even with something that's not necessarily designed to be a weight loss sort of week on. Because of the restrictiveness of this, I totally believe that I will be able to do that. So let's pop open one of these MREs and check it out. So just give me a second. All right, Now let's see what we got in here. Okay, we've got some toffee peanuts. So that's something that looks like a snacky sort of thing. We've got our peanut butter. So peanuts and peanut butter. Okay. Tortillas. This is interesting. I guess we put the stew possibly with the tortillas if it's thick enough. Let's see what else we got here. This is probably our main star of the show here, the lentil stew. One container is 230 calories. Yep. Okay. Oops, something else in here is kind of small. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Lemonade. Come on, focus in on that. Oh, there we go. Lemonade Power Stick beverage with electrolytes, vitamin C added. All right, vitamin C. That's a mixed with 12 ounces of water. Okay. That's real good. So I won't have to just have water. This is our the flameless ration heater. Not necessarily something we have to do, but I would like to try this at least once. If not, just do it completely this way, but yeah. And this is our cookie. We got a shortbread cookie. That's going to be our dessert tonight. So that'll be our post-meal dessert. If I had 2 of these, I'd do it that way. And then here is all of our little spoon. Oh, we got candy too. Smarties. Wet naps. Napkin. Imagine there's probably some salt and pepper stuff in there. Might open that in a second. Let's just make sure that's everything. Yep, that's it. Okay, so let's kind of open this up and see if there's anything I can't quite see at the bottom. So there's the spoon. And then we got, looks like, wet nap, got sugar, got, what is this? Instant coffee. Oh, so we can make coffee too with it. Interesting. I'm not really a coffee drinker, so I guess that's what this cream and sugar is for. Salt and pepper. What is this? Ooh, crushed red pepper. Don't think I'll be using that. Yeah, I might. And Smarties. Yep. Okay. Well, there we go. That is the entirety of the meal. So I am going to have probably a little bit of the peanuts, because the peanuts are going to be snack-wise, just so I can get a little bit in my system. I feel like the peanuts are just snack throughout the day sort of thing. But one thing that's definitely going to be for breakfast, even though I'm not a coffee drinker, I feel like I'm at least obligated, because it's in there, to try the deep rich coffee. Since it's personal preference why I just don't drink coffee. But let's see how this is. It does come with a cream and sugar, so I will kind of work on that with what I have. We'll see how that is. Alright, so as per the directions, there's not exactly a size equivalency. It just says get hot water. I know you probably wouldn't have a Keurig available for an MRE. That's kind of defeats the purpose of it, but I'm not restricting myself based on that sort of thing. I get it where I can get it, but it just says empty the contents of the packet. Add hot water, stir, and enjoy. And then, of course, I'll add the cream and sugar that I have. I just can only add what I have, so since there's no specifications on how much I can have, I'm going to try the smallest cup, stir that up, and we'll try that out and see what happens. Okay, I kind of feel like this is probably a good enough amount in it to have the flavor. Pure coffee, that's what it is. Reminds me of the old diner coffee type deal, so I'm going to add the sugar and then the creamer because I do not like coffee, and maybe that might at least make it bearable. Of course, though, my palate has changed a little bit, so maybe it's not as bad as it used to be. Alright, here we go. Now to try it. Okay, not too strong. It's okay. It's not too strong of a coffee flavor, but you know, I would probably like to about cover this cup with creamer. It might be just right for me then, but gotta stay with the restrictions. Alright, gonna crack open these toffee peanuts just to have a little something here since I got these meds. So come on. Focus. There we go. Yeah, they definitely look slightly coated. Let's see how this is. Little sweet and salty, but not too salty like a normal peanut. It's a very interesting flavor mix. It's fine. I'll have a few of these now just to tide me over till I go to my lunch period. The coffee was actually pretty doable for me, so who knows, maybe I might become a coffee addict because of this week on. I don't know. But I've got my water. And I'm going to have my small little meal for lunch, which is the tortillas. And I'm going to spread some peanut butter on it. And that's going to be what I get. So, let's take a look at this. So inside here we have 3 flour tortillas, which I think technically would probably complement the stew really well, but because I'm eating one meal with it, and honestly I don't really have anything else to eat the peanut butter with, I mean, that's the only thing I think I could use that for. So I guess the cookie, but I don't like putting stuff on my cookies, so whatever. That's what we're going to do. Gail is actually trying some of this stuff out. She's not doing the week on. I think right now she's testing out the cheese spread that she actually got in one of hers. So I'll put this on here and we'll see how this is. Alright, so I got them evenly distributed. I could spread it. I'm probably just going to eat it like a tortilla. There we go. Basic. But I do enjoy the flour tortilla. Very good quality. So can't say anything about it like being stale or something like that. Peanut butter is your standard peanut butter, creamy style, obviously. I wouldn't expect chunky anyway. I'll probably spread it out on the future ones, but it's a little odd to have tortillas and peanut butter, but it works. I wouldn't make a habit of trying that, but peanut butter and jelly tortillas? Maybe? Alright, getting ready for dinner, and it is time to try out the beverage. So this glass to that point in the bottom flag is actually right at 12. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to put this in here. Alright, and then we stir. Here it is. Decent. Not the greatest lemonade in the world, but remember, it is supposed to be like Gatorade style, I guess. It works. Alright, we are ready to try to make this, and we'll do it the way it is here. Though there are alternatives to doing this. So let's see. We need to tear at the top here. Okay. We gotta get our little stew out. And then we put that in here. And then I've got to fill enough water for that, so I'll do that real quick. Oh, it got hot quick.
Right, it did.
Sun's popping like a balloon.
That's pretty cool, though.
How did you get yours in the...
Because mine wasn't doing that when I put it in.
I think mine accidentally activated.
It was activated early.
Yeah, mine activated as soon as it touched. It must have hit something. I think it's because I didn't get enough water the first time. Okay. There we go. Now we're gonna just wait 15 minutes. Right, it's out. Time's up. So let's get it out of here. Tear. Tear. Can be tear. There we go. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so that's trash. And then we've got our pieces here. So ooh, I can smell those lentils. Ooh, they smell good too. Take a look at that in just a second here once I get the rest of it out. Hey, that's what it looks like there. I will probably indiscriminately add some of these seasonings as I feel necessary to it, but I thought I'd just try it as is first using the special little spoon that I have here. Let's see how this is. It's really nice. You agree?
That's actually a really good one.
And that's not just because I'm hungry. Gail has eaten some food, so she's not as hungry as me, and she thinks it's good too. So going to enjoy this, and then I'll probably eat these Smarties right after. Save the cookie for tonight when I'm taking my meds, and we'll do that with the conclusion. It is the evening of the first day, and it's time to have our last little thing of the day, which is our cookie. Here it is. Pretty standard cookie. Probably could put peanut butter on that. Why would I want to? I don't know. It just is a regular cookie, but it has that weird little curvature to it. It's a shortbread cookie. A little bit harder than I like, but does the job. Has that sweetness to it, which be enjoyable. Probably be a pretty long video for a first day. Everything that's going on, but I'll have to go over. Some of the videos in the future may be shorter than this one. Pretty good day. Not a lot of food, obviously, so that's going to be the adjustment to have to deal with. We'll see how I get on the next couple of days here. See you on day 2.